Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome. This moment is for you. If your mind has been noisy lately, and if your thoughts seem to move faster than your heart can keep up with, if you found yourself imagining the worst before life has even had a chance to unfold, then I want you to know something before we begin. You are not your fearful thoughts. You are not the endless stories your mind creates to try and keep you safe. You are certainly not broken because those stories have become so loud. Sometimes, the mind creates fears so convincing that they begin to feel like reality. One single thought becomes another, then another, until eventually you find yourself living inside a story that hasn't even happened yet. The heart begins racing. The body prepares for danger. The shoulders tighten. The breath becomes shallow. Not because you are in danger, but because your beautiful mind has become so skilled at protecting you that it sometimes forgets the difference between possibility and reality. And perhaps you've been carrying invisible strings for far too long. Strings tied to old disappointments, old heartbreaks, old failures, old words spoken by people who never truly saw your worth. Strings tied to guilt, to perfection, to the fear of getting it wrong, to the need to keep everyone happy, and without even noticing, those strings have quietly began pulling your thoughts, your choices, and your beliefs about who you are. But today, you don't need to cut those strings with force. You don't need to fight your mind. You don't need to silence your thoughts. But instead, we're simply going to remember. We're going to remember the version of you that existed before fear became the loudest voice, before doubt convinced you to stay small, before overthinking stole your peace, before self-sabotage disguised itself as protection, because that version of you is still here, waiting patiently, never judging you for how long it has taken to return, only waiting with open arms. So allow your body now to settle. Feel the surface beneath you. Notice how completely it supports your weight. You do not need to hold yourself up. Not for these next few moments. Allow your shoulders to soften. Relax your jaw. Soften the tiny muscles around your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. And gently breathe it away. Again, breathing in the calm. And breathing out everything that you no longer need to carry. One more slow breath. And with every exhale, allow yourself to arrive a little more fully in this moment. Now imagine yourself standing at the edge of an ancient woodland just before sunrise. The world is still. The morning air feels cool against your skin. A gentle mist rests between the trees, not thick enough to hide your way, only enough to soften the edges of the landscape. You begin walking slowly along a winding path. With every step, the sound of the outside world is becoming quieter. The demands, the expectations, the endless conversations inside your mind begin fading into the distance. Soon, you notice something unusual. Delicate silver threads stretch across the path. They shimmer beautifully in the morning light. At first, they look almost magical. But as you step closer, you realize that they are attached to you. One thread gently pulls at your waist. One is pulling at your shoulders. One is pulling at your wrist, and another around your chest. They don't hurt, but you suddenly understand why you've been feeling so heavy. Each thread carries a quiet message. What if I fail? What if they don't accept you? What if you're not enough? What if it's too late? What if I lose everything? You pause, not with frustration, but with compassion. These threads were never created to imprison you. They were woven by a younger version of you trying to stay safe, trying to avoid pain, trying to protect your heart. And you silently whisper, "Thank you for trying to protect me, but I don't need to carry this anymore." As you speak those words, a warm golden breeze begins moving gently through the trees. The breeze doesn't tear the threads away. It simply touches them. One by one, they dissolve into tiny particles of light, floating upward into the morning sky. The fear of failure drifts away. The fear of rejection softens. The need to control every outcome begins to loosen. The old stories become quieter. Not because you've forced them to disappear, but because you've stopped believing that they are the only truth. For the first time in a long while, your body feels lighter. Your breathing is deeper. Your heart is calmer. Ahead, through the trees, the golden light becomes brighter. You continue walking toward it. With every step, you feel a little more like yourself. Eventually, the woodland opens into a peaceful clearing. In the center stands a still pond. Its surface is perfectly calm. Not a ripple. Not a movement. You kneel beside the water, looking into its reflection. At first, you expect to see the tired version of yourself, the one carrying the weight of overthinking, the one trying so hard to hold everything together. But that isn't who looks back at you. Looking into the water is a version of you with gentle eyes, peaceful, grounded, not because life has been easy, but because they no longer believe every fearful thought that passes through their mind. You smile at one another. There is no judgment, only recognition. You realize this isn't somebody you have to become. It is somebody you have simply forgotten. You place your hand gently over your heart and imagine the reflection doing the same. As your hands meet, a warm golden light begins spreading through your chest. Soft, comforting, and familiar, as though your heart is remembering its own rhythm again. Allow these words to settle gently within you. I am not my fearful thoughts. I do not have to believe every story my mind creates. I can pause before I react. I can choose peace over panic. I can choose curiosity over fear. I can choose one gentle step instead of standing still. The quieter I become, the more clearly I hear my own heart. The calmer I become, the more I remember who I truly am. Take a slow breath in, and as you breathe out, watch tiny ripples spread across the pond. The reflection fades, not because it is gone, but because it has become part of you again. You stand, feeling lighter, feeling steadier. You take one final look around the woodland. The path that brought you here is still there, but it no longer feels lonely, because now you know, wherever life takes you, you carry this peaceful place within you. Begin bringing your awareness back to your breathing. Feel the surface beneath you. Notice the room around you. Take one breath in and slowly breathe out. And remember, fear may still visit from time to time. Overthinking may still whisper. But neither of them gets to decide who you are. You are so much more than the stories your mind tells. You are the quiet strength beneath them, the steady breath beneath them, the calm beneath the waves. And whenever you need, you can always return to yourself. Take one last final deep breath in, and when you are ready, gently open your eyes.